And I'm back. So one thing I've noticed though with this is that it seems that OBS does not always record the first time you click record. I actually had to click it 3 times to get it to record this time. So that's going to be something that I look out for each and every time. So let's get back to the game. Nary an Imperial in sight. That's Mary. That's Mercy. Alaganhas due east, past the bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. Okay, yeah, we're going there. Usually the main story usually takes you everywhere you need to go, so as long as you do the main story, you'll unlock pretty much everything. I'd really like to add music to these, but I'm too afraid of copyright strikes. I can probably do it when I begin streaming more regularly. I can just do that way, and if it gets flagged, it's all right. But if I do that, then I couldn't upload to YouTube, right? Not with the music. I don't think I could. Maybe the solution is to use like copyright-free music. Well, or I mean, I guess most people probably just do the music in stream and then upload highlights, stream highlights to YouTube. I'm not quite sure what would be the best way about that. Cutscene? No, it's alright. You can rest easy, we made it. This is Ala Ganha. It feels strange coming home like this. I've always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Hey, we do. But I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered to his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Aliganha lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming alliance to the resistance, and rightfully so. So with that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech to the village square, in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burnt to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an imperial spy is listening. You must speak with the elder first. I know for a fact he can't be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there's still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Free XP. I'm not muted. Okay. Okay. And then how does this compare to my current stuff? Less dexterity, more determination, excuse me. Less vitality, but it has direct hit rate. I'm not impressed. I'd go with a materia. Alright, so let's first attune to this aetherite. I really want to change this bandana. I can take it off for now. There we go. My character is so cute. What do we got here? Delivery mogul, chocobo keep, repair. It's pretty cool. This is like, I don't know how you describe this. Canyons and I don't know what to call that landscape. Don't know you, traveler. You a merchant? You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, elder. Sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alaganha, and I know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mifrid. I see. Speak on, though. I suspect I know your purpose. The griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain? The griffin was a traitor and a madman. We had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time, cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our God, and they demand a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mifrid. I can't. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now, leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't, because it's my village too, my home. What in the hells are you on about? Wait, I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise Hext, and I'm here to take back my homeland. By Relgar, the last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive. I never thought you would come. I almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. And as you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alaganha is as much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I've heard you the first time. Let's go. So we're gonna have trouble finding recruits, huh? So the first part of the story is gonna be about, I'm predicting, like trying to gain momentum for the revolution, but we don't have people willing to participate in the revolution because they've had their trust and hopes betrayed by that fucking Griffin guy. It's kind of a rough predicament. It's the only really way to get people to want to join is to really nail it to them that, like, this is for real and we're gonna win this time. Or you need someone to, like, maybe even give their life for it. That could have been handled better. What's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Raganfrid might help us recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're too convinced any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky and hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they got, and if we can do anything to help. So we're gonna have to do mini quests for them at the village to get them to like us. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. I can already see the theme of this kind of these quests. Just go fetch quests, help people quest for a little bit. Hopefully it's not too monotonous. So 2 divergent quests again. Griselidis. Hard country. Griselidis is here, but her mind is elsewhere. Did she lose a son? Maybe she lost a son. You best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their luck? Congratulations, you found one. Oh, her legs hurt. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor is right out too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea that helps with it though. I need to grind chapuli horn and a hornbill talon for the blend. Don't worry, I'll get it for you. Eh? You'll go and get some for me? Just like that? You needn't trouble yourself so. Let's get this quest too before we leave out. Angry Koiro. Death by 1,000 rocks. Regards you with suspicion. A new face at Alaganha, huh? What would you ask of me then? A stranger and a generous soul besides? Bollocks, there's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an imperial agent, I'd expect you to go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me, you really are here to help, aren't you? Very well, I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks by Grim and Enid. He's got something for me. Can you go and get it? No problem. Right then, Frightened Coral is his name. Ask him for the leftovers. He ought to understand. Okay. Where do we go? One's here and the other one's over there. So we're going backwards. Oh, okay, I have to kill this thing. Slice Gray Abinet Hornbill for one of his talons. Wait, this is not all the quests. There's one way back here, right? Butterflies that are freaking aggressive. Jeez. Can you imagine living in such a hostile environment where everything wants to kill you all the time? We're gonna go for this one. Knock both of them out before we go back. What am I gonna eat today? What do I want to eat today? I think my mom said she was gonna make barbecue, but can't really count on her to follow through with really anything she says anymore, unfortunately. So maybe I'll cook something. What's this? I don't want to be in your fate. No, thank you. Supreme. Oh. That's cool. They jump around to move, right? Bigger grasshoppers that wanted to eat me. And this dude is just camping right like with these guys outside. Hmm. Here for the leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send someone in his stead, but so be it. It's all the sacks. It's all in the sacks over yonder. They're bleeding heavy, mind you. So be careful when you pick them up. Unconscionably heavy sacks. And that's everything. So now we can just teleport right back. The new face. You have my leftovers? There you go. Excuse me. Huh? Well, I'll be. You actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged. Much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes got good deposits. Tain't hard for my brother to pass for any other plotting quarryman. All the while sweeping bits and pieces off the side to bundle up and sell to the suitlers what trade in the resistance with the resistance. It's a living and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Garlean's eye for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive, even though if he were alive, he'd not belong to this world if we were caught fighting for the resistance. So this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find most folks here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end the result's the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know is all that we know why you're here, and that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. So they take people from the villages that they conquer, and they force some of them into their army so that they can, one, get extra labor, but two, use them as an insurance policy against any insurrection by the populace that they're currently domineering over. You've been gone a while. What brings you back to Alaganha? Well, what did you think? You asked me. I told you I was going to get your fucking horn. Oh, I never meant to. I mean, in times like these, you never think people will actually. The country's hard on people, but it's not just that. The Imperials, they made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, you know, whereas a live one, you're with the resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, and so I'd gone out into the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs. And then I had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said, but that I'd have made a difference if I'd fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment the Centurion laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others. And by the time I went back to their hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me too, eh? And many others, I imagine. Help them too if you'd like. They'll be grateful and say thank you, but beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. This is looking pretty rough. This is looking pretty rough for getting any kind of help here. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. Perhaps if we get attacked by an Imperial brigade and we defend them, maybe that might help change their minds. But this is looking rough. Everyone's so beaten down and battered. It's my time. Okay, we're doing good. Hey, there you are, Kaguya. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into the villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent the people from stockpiling. in case they might be in league with the resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How's Lisa getting on, by the way? You'd think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of this bastard wall, living the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends, deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls, trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a castrum with our pickaxes and shovels. Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort down on all of us. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. This is rough. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact that I left them behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Al Amigo. Let's go and find Mifrit. Looks like the elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know, but if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, Lise. I ran 2A, but if I hadn't, I'd never met Kalgia or the rest of you. And we might not be here today in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help! Someone, anyone, we need help. I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. We're Krata, the Tributum, and the bloody Ratman. They... Damn it all. You there. Take a deep breath, and then tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The Tributums due soon, and we were taking it to the Imperials. When the Chi Queen attacked, they took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. Well, it's just an old temple before they came, and listen. We're Kratos, the only family I've got left. If I lose him... Does Ziggurat? If the Ratman took him there, he's as good as dead. We got to get after them. If there's even a chance our brother's still alive, we have to try. This is gonna create problems, though. The minute you fight against, the minute you rise up against somebody like this, it's gonna draw the attention of the guards, the Imperials. They're gonna come down even harder. They're gonna be forced in a situation where they have to fight or become destroyed. I think. You're right, Lise. We gotta help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Tributum. The Guardians won't suffer excess excuses if they are late. I wish I could check my... probably don't need it though. My friend understands that you must act quickly to save Krata. So Krata's being held somewhere at the Ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by the host of Cheat Queen bandits. That about covers it then. Okay, and that is over here. Wonderful. No, is it slow? Oh, thank you. It's the worst when some of the mobs have like a slow, and you can't run from them. Oh, what is that? Is it a hunt? It's got to be a hunt. B rank, right? It's not a B rank. It's just a mob. Holy heck. I gotta go past the freaking guy. What is this? They're like some kind of humanoid or something. The ziggurat. Oh, these are like a beast tribe. Or something similar to it. They're hostile though. Please, let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the ziggurat. Ziggurat? Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat. Oh man, they eat people? We knew it comes to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. That's pretty sinister, man. You get eaten alive by these things. Fuck. No, come on. Well, I'm gonna do this quest, and then we're gonna finish up for the day. Well, finish it for now. We're approaching 30 minutes. And after that, hopefully you'll catch me in the next video. These are substantially weaker. Oh, it's because they're meat carriers. They're not warriors or anything like that. Get assassinated. Get jugulated. Oh, look at the staircase. Man, it's really dark. Is this always supposed to be this dark? No, let me just continue. Since we only have a little bit left. Meat eater. Can I go past you? I'm gonna go past you. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna finish up this quest line. No, I'm not. I lied. Alright guys, thank you for joining me for this part of Dysnomia Plays Final Fantasy XIV. Catch me in the next one, and have a happy New Year's. So, peace out guys, and thank you.